My days are quadranted neatly now. I wake promptly at 8, as I always have. I spend the first hour of each day convinced that I will actually kill myself. I feel relieved. I spend the hour after that worrying about the consequences of killing myself. My relief evaporates. I spend the next hour convinced that I will not kill myself. I feel relieved again. I spend the hour after that worrying about the consequences of not killing myself. My relief evaporates. I repeat this cycle 3 more times, and I go to bed. I sleep for 8 hours. What thread has me tethered to this earth? Fear of pain, and a picture in my head of my father's panicked eyes, having seen the squad car draw up outside with Father Cotter in the passenger seat. His hands shaking as he fumbles with the lock, reaching for the jamb to hold himself upright. His legs buckling in a weakness. Big Jim Gilday stepping forward, kind, strong, embarrassed. Or a young guard, red-faced and awkward, desperate for their ordeal to be over, catching a hold of him and helping him inside to a chair. A picture in my head of him standing alone at my grave. A cold wind on his face, a look of incomprehension in his eyes, his embarrassment as he accepts the sympathy of friends and barely remembered acquaintances with words that don't sound right in his ears. Thanks, you're very good to come. At least the rain held off. She's in a better place. She's with her mother now. The thought of his aloneness, the completeness of his sorrow, the idea of his world containing nothing, only sadness. I dreamt last night, one of those dreams that seemed so vivid you wake and lie in bed and wonder for a while what's real. I was in a meeting of the Kurt Cobain Club. Bridie Flynn was sitting cross-legged and barefoot in her shorts, and I was sitting cross-legged in front of her, watching her. Streams of tears flowed along her cheeks, pooling for moments in tiny valleys formed by acne before falling floorwards. Bridie's face was livid and pitted. Bridie's face was so beautiful, I sometimes hated her. We were in Bridie's bedroom in my dream, and we had tented a sheet above our heads between a chair back and Bridie's bed, and we had sandbagged ourselves against the world with pillows and cushions and Bridie's collection of stuffed animals from her childhood. Bridie Flynn and I founded the Kurt Cobain Club in April of 1994. Bridie thought he was a god. I just thought he was gorgeous. Kurt Cobain had chronic stomach pain all of his short life. So did my beautiful friend Bridie. She spoke to a poster of him as though he was in the room. I listened embarrassed, and I never looked in her face when she almost absent-mindedly held my hand. I liked when she did, though. The Kurt Cobain Club owned these things: a Ouija board we would use to try to summon the spirit of Kurt Cobain, a litre bottle of vodka we would drink from in terrified sips, a tape recorder and microphone we would use to make recordings of Bridie Flynn's wild stories and imagined conversations in the perfectly mimicked voices of the cool girls, the fellas, the teachers, our parents, with the backing track of my screams of laughter. Bridie looked at me in my dream and said, "Melody, why did you leave me?" And she reached for my hand and squeezed it, and she was haloed by a blazing light, and her hand was burning hot, and I woke then, saying, "Bridie, oh Bridie, I'm sorry," and lay sweating in the cold air, and felt the creeping nausea hasten to a rush.